Once upon a time, there was a man named Alex. He was very, very rich. He had a big house with a swimming pool. He had a nice car. He had closets full of fancy clothes and many toys. He could buy anything he wanted. But Alex was not happy. His heart felt very, very sad. It felt heavy, like a big stone was sitting in his chest. Why was Alex so sad? The reason was Chloe. Chloe was his girlfriend, and she had just left him. "I love you," Alex had told her. Chloe had laughed. It was not a nice laugh. "I do not love you," she said, pointing a finger. "I love your nice car. I love your big house. I am going to find someone with a bigger house." And just like that, she was gone. Alex sat in his big empty house. The house was very quiet. All my money, he thought, and I am all alone. A new, scary thought came into his head. It was a thought that made his heart hurt. How will I ever know if someone loves me, or do they just love my money? He felt very lonely. He wanted someone to love him, just Alex. The Alex who liked to eat cereal for dinner and watch funny cartoons, not Alex the rich man. He looked at his phone and he saw an ad. It was a small ad with simple words. It said, "Help wanted. Driver must be kind." A little idea started to grow in his heart. It felt like a tiny, warm light in all the sadness. "A driver has no money," Alex whispered to himself. "A driver just drives a car. He wears a simple uniform." He stood up. "If I become a driver," he said, his voice a little stronger, "and someone is nice to me, I will know they are nice to me." It was a strange idea. It was a silly idea. But it was the only idea that made him feel a little bit better. The next day, Alex went to his big closet. He pushed past all the fancy suits. Way in the back, he found some plain, simple clothes. They were not fancy at all. He put a few things in a small, old bag. He called his best friend, Ben. "Ben," Alex said, "I'm going to be a driver." Ben shouted on the phone. "What? Alex, are you crazy? You are a millionaire. You can't be a driver." "I have to, Ben," Alex said quietly. "It's a test to find a true heart." Ben sighed. "You are silly, Alex, but please be safe." Alex took a bus. The bus was slow. He was a little shaky. He was nervous. He got to the house. It was not a big, fancy house like his. It was a nice, kind-looking house with a white fence and pretty red flowers in the garden. He rang the bell. A woman opened the door. She had a kind smile and warm brown eyes. This was Sarah. "Hello," she said in a soft voice. "You must be Alex. Please, come in." Alex stepped inside. A girl in a bright pink apron zipped past him, carrying a plate. "Ooh," she said, stopping right away. She looked at Alex with wide, happy eyes. "He is very handsome, boss." This was Mia, the housemaid. Sarah smiled a little bit. "Mia, please be nice. This is Alex. He is here for the driver job." Mia giggled. "Well, I hope we hire him." She zoomed off to the kitchen, humming a happy tune. Sarah shook her head, but she was still smiling. She turned to Alex. "Please sit down. So, why do you want to be a driver?" Alex looked at his old shoes. He practiced the story he had made up. I lost my old job," he said. His voice was quiet. "I need a new start. I am a very hard worker, Mom. I will work hard. I will keep you safe. I promise." Sarah looked at him for a long, quiet moment. She didn't look at his old shoes. She looked at his eyes. She saw he was telling the truth, the hard worker part anyway. She saw he was sad, but he was also good. "I believe you, Alex," she said, and her kind smile came back. "The job is yours." Alex felt something. It was a feeling he had not felt in a very, very long time. It was hope. "Thank you," he said, and he meant it more than anything. "Thank you, Sarah." Alex's new job started the next day. Sarah gave him a neat blue uniform. It felt strange to wear. It was not a fancy suit. It was just a simple, strong shirt and pants. His job was simple. He would show up in the morning and drive Sarah to her work. He would park the car and wait, reading a book, until she was ready to go home. He was a very good driver. The housemaid, Mia, liked that Alex was there. She was always happy to see him in the morning. "Good morning, Alex," she would sing, bringing him a hot cup of tea. "Good morning, Mia. Thank you," Alex would say with a polite smile. "Are you hungry, Alex?" she would ask later, bringing him a cookie. "I saved one for you." "That is very kind, Mia." "Thank you," Alex would say. Mia would giggle and bat her eyelashes. "You are just so nice, Alex." Alex was always kind to Mia, but his heart was not interested. He was here for his test. He was here to find a true, kind heart. One morning, Alex arrived and heard a loud noise from the house. It sounded like someone was very upset. He stepped out of the car. Sarah was standing by her front door. She was holding her phone and looked very worried. Her face was pale. "Oh no, oh no, oh no," she was saying. "What am I going to do?" "Is everything okay, ma'am?" Alex asked softly. Sarah jumped. "Oh, Alex, it's my gateman. He just quit. Old John. He sent me a text message. He said he found a new job. He just quit. Now I have no one to watch the house, and I have to leave for my meeting. What am I going to do?" She put her face in her hands. Alex could see her shoulders shaking. She was about to cry. Alex's heart felt a little pang. He did not like seeing her so sad. "Mom," he said gently. Sarah looked up. Her eyes were shiny with tears. I can watch the gate for you," Alex said. "I can be the driver and help with the gate. I can stay in the little room by the gate so you are always safe." Sarah's eyes got wide. "You can? But you are the driver." "Yes, Mom," Alex said. "But I can do both. I'm a very hard worker. I can get you to your meeting, and when we come back I will move into the gateman's room. I promise." Sarah looked at him. She was still worried. But she was also out of time. He looked at his kind, steady eyes. He looked like he knew what he was doing. She took a deep breath. "Okay, Alex. Okay, please, get the car. The keys are inside." "Yes, ma'am," Alex said. Alex drove the car out of the gate. He was a very good driver. He did not drive too fast. He did not drive too slow. He was smooth and careful. In the back seat, Sarah watched the city go by. At first, she was looking at her watch every few seconds. Tick-tock, tick-tock. But then, she noticed how calm Alex was. He did not get angry when another car cut him off. He just slowed down and let it pass. He seemed to know all the small streets. "We will be late," Sarah said, her voice small. "Look at all the cars." "It's okay, ma'am," Alex said. "I know a short way." He turned the car onto a small street. Sarah had never been on this street before. Alex turned left, then right, then left again. Suddenly, they were past all the traffic. They were on the big road right next to her office. Sarah looked at her watch. They were there with 10 minutes to spare. "Alex," she said. She was shocked. "That was amazing. How did you do that?" Alex just smiled a little. He parked the car by the big glass door. "I drove a lot for my old boss, ma'am," he said. "I am just happy I could help." Sarah got out of the car. She looked at Alex for a long moment. He was just her driver. But he had just saved her. "Thank you, Alex," she said. And she really, really meant it. "Thank you." That night, after her meeting, it went very well. Sarah called Alex to the living room. "Alex," she said, "I have been thinking. You are the best driver I have ever had. Are you sure you can do both jobs? Be my driver and be the gateman. It seems like too much work." Alex shook his head. "No, ma'am. I can do both. I would be happy to." Sarah smiled a big, happy smile. Her heart felt light. "Oh, thank you, Alex. You are a good man." Alex's heart felt warm. A good man. She called him a good man. Not a rich man. A good man. His test was working. A few days went by. Alex would open the gate in the morning, and then he would put on a driver's cap. Sarah had bought him one, and drive her to work. He moved into the small, clean room by the gate. Then one evening a new problem came. Alex was at the gate reading a book. He heard a small, sad sound from the house. It was a cry. He got up and walked to the front door, which was open. Sarah was in her living room. She was sitting in front of her computer. The computer screen was black. She was crying very quietly. "Mom?" Alex said softly. "Sarah, are you okay?" She looked up. Her eyes were red. "Oh, Alex, it's broken.
My computer, it made a pop sound and now it's black. It won't turn on." She pointed a shaky finger at the black screen. "All my work is on there," she whispered. Her voice was full of fear. "I have a very, very big project. It is due tomorrow. All the numbers, all the pictures, everything. If I cannot give it to my boss, he said he would give my job to someone else. Alex, I think I am going to lose my job." Alex's heart dropped. He hated seeing Sarah look so scared. She was a good person. She was always kind to him. She did not deserve this. "Maybe I can look at it, Mom," Alex asked gently. "I'm not a computer expert, but I can try." "Oh, would you?" Sarah said. She moved so he could see the computer. Alex looked at it. He was very, very good with computers. He built them for fun in his big fancy house. He knew right away this computer was old. The pop sound was not a good sign. He pressed the power button. Nothing. He checked the plug. It was plugged in. He looked at Sarah's sad face. "I am so sorry, ma'am," he said, and he meant it. I don't think I can fix it. It looks very broken." Sarah's face crumpled. A big tear rolled down her cheek. "Oh no," she whispered. "It's all gone, all my work. I have no money for a new one. I don't know what to do." She put her head on her desk, and her shoulders shook. Alex stood there, his heart hurting. He wanted more than anything to pull out his secret credit card and say, "Let's go buy the best computer in Prioritize." But he couldn't. He was Alex the driver. Drivers do not have money for fancy computers. "I am very sorry, Sarah," he said softly. He left the room. But he was not giving up. Alex went to his little room by the gate. He closed the door. He pulled out his real phone, the one he kept hidden in his old bag. He made a quick call. "Hello, Ben?" Alex whispered. "Alex, are you okay? Are you still playing driver?" Ben's voice was loud. "Shh, yes, I am fine," Alex whispered fast. "Listen, I need your help. I need you to order a computer. The best one. The fastest one you can find. And I need it delivered to this address. It has to be here by tomorrow morning. Very, very early. Can you do that?" "A computer? For who?" "It's for my boss, Sarah. Her computer broke. She's going to lose her job. Please, Ben." Ben sighed. "You are the strangest rich man I know, Alex. Okay, I will do it. The best one. Where is it going?" Alex gave him the address. "One more thing, Ben," Alex said. "I need you to put a note in the box. A small, simple note." "What do you want it to say?" Ben asked. Alex thought for a moment. Just write, 'From a secret admirer.'" There was a long pause on the phone. "A secret admirer. Oh, Alex, you really are in a movie, aren't you? Okay, done. It will be there by 7 a.m. Good luck, you silly driver." "Thank you, Ben. You're the best." Alex hung up. He let out a long breath. He felt better. He could not fix her old computer, but he could give her a new one. He went back to the house. He found Sarah in the kitchen, drinking a cup of tea. Her eyes were still red. "Sarah?" he said. She looked up. "It will be okay," he said. His voice was warm and sure. "I know it does not look like it, but it will be okay." Sarah looked at him. He was just her driver. He had no money. He had no power. But when he spoke, she felt a little bit of hope. "Thank you, Alex," she whispered. That's very kind of you to say." The next morning, the sun came up. Alex was already awake. He was in his little room watching the gate. He was very nervous. Sarah came out of the house. She had dark circles under her eyes. She had not slept at all. She was wearing her work clothes, but she looked like she was going to a funeral. She was going to her office to tell her boss that she had failed. "Good morning, Alex," she said. Her voice was flat and sad. "Good morning, ma'am," Alex said gently. Just then, a white van pulled up to the gate. A man in a uniform came out, holding a very big box. "Delivery for Miss Sarah," the man said. Alex's heart jumped. He signed the paper and took the big box. It was heavy. "What is that, Alex?" Sarah asked. She looked confused. "I did not order anything." "I don't know, ma'am," Alex said, pretending to be just as confused. "But it has your name on it." He carried the big brown box to her front door. Sarah stared at it. "Maybe it's a mistake," she said. "Well," Alex said. You should open it and see. Slowly, Sarah got a pair of scissors from the kitchen.
She cut the tape. She opened the flaps of the box. Inside, there was a brand new shiny white box. On the cover was a picture of the newest, fastest, most beautiful computer in the world. Sarah put her hand over her mouth. She made a small sound. "What is it, ma'am?" Alex asked. It's a computer," Sarah whispered. She could not believe her eyes. She lifted it out of the box. It was perfect. "But who?" she said, looking around, as if the person who sent it might be hiding in the garden. "How?" Then she saw a small white card at the bottom of the box. She picked it up. There were only 4 words written on it. From a secret admirer. "A secret admirer?" Sarah said out loud. She looked at Alex. "A secret admirer? I don't have an admirer." "Well, ma'am," Alex said, trying to look surprised, "it looks like you do, and he has very good taste." Sarah looked at the new computer. She looked at the note. She looked at Alex. Then, for the first time in a whole day, she smiled. It was a shaky, watery smile, but it was a real one. I can do my work," she said. "I can save my job." She looked up at the sky. "Thank you," she whispered. "Whoever you are, thank you." She ran inside with the new computer. Alex watched her go. He heard her turn it on and the happy little ding sound it made. He went back to his gatehouse, and his own heart felt light and happy. He had helped her, and she had no idea it was him. For a whole week, everything was wonderful. Sarah was so happy with her new computer. She finished her big project, and her boss was very, very happy with her. She was safe in her job. She was also very curious. "Who is my secret admirer, Alex?" she would ask him every morning. "I do not know, ma'am," Alex would say with a secret smile, "but he must be a very nice man." Then, one afternoon, the bad luck came back. Alex was driving Sarah to a very important meeting with a new customer. It was on the other side of town, on a road they did not know very well. Suddenly the car made a loud pop, sputter, hiss, then the car just stopped. Clunk, thud, silence. They were stuck, on the side of a busy, noisy road. "Oh no," Sarah said, her voice full of panic. "Alex, what happened? Why did we stop?" Alex tried to start the car again. Grind, grind, grind. Nothing. He got out and opened the front hood. He was very good with cars. He owned many fancy ones, but he had to pretend he did not know much. He looked inside at the engine. I don't know, Mum," he said, wiping his hands on a rag. "It looks very broken." He knew exactly what was wrong. It was an old part that had broken, but he could not say that. "Broken!" Sarah cried. "It can't be broken, not today. I'm going to be so late. This is a disaster." She was sitting in the car, trying to call a taxi on her phone, with the window down just a little, but her hands were shaking. Before she could even dial, a fast motorcycle zoomed up onto the sidewalk, very close to the car. A hand reached out, snatched the phone right from her grip, and in a second, the motorcycle was gone. Sarah stared at her empty hands. First the car, now her phone was stolen. It was too much. She put her head in her hands and started to cry. Big, sad tears. "It's all ruined," she sobbed. "My job, my car, my phone, everything. I can't even call for help. I can't call my customer to say I will be late. Everything is going wrong." Alex's heart broke. He felt a hot, angry feeling toward the thief. But more than that, he felt a deep, strong need to protect Sarah. He quickly got back in the car and locked all the doors. "It's okay, Sarah," he said. His voice was low and very calm. "I am here. I will not let anything else bad happen to you." Sarah looked up, her face wet with tears. "But Alex, we are stranded. We have no phone. What are we going to do?" Alex pulled out his own phone, his simple driver phone. "I have a phone," he said. "It is not a fancy one, but it can make calls. I will call a taxi for you, and I will call a tow truck for the car." He looked at her, his eyes serious and kind. "I will take care of this, I promise you. You are safe." Alex tried to call a taxi, but on this busy, noisy road there was no signal. "It's not working," he said, frustrated. "I can't get a call out." Sarah's face fell again. "Of course not. Why would anything work? Stay here, ma'am.
Lock the door behind me. I'm going to walk to the corner. I can see a big building. Maybe I can get a signal there." "No, Alex," Sarah cried. She was scared. "Don't leave me alone. What if that man on the motorcycle comes back?" Alex's heart ached for her. He could not leave her alone, but they could not stay in a broken car all day. Just then, a nice, shiny black car pulled up behind them. A man in a suit got out. He did not look like Alex's other rich friends. He looked normal, kind. It was Ben. Alex had secretly texted him his location from his other phone, the fancy one he kept hidden, just before the signal died. Ben walked up to the driver's window. Alex rolled it down a little. "Excuse me, folks," Ben said, acting like a kind stranger. "Looks like you have some car trouble." Sarah looked up, surprised. "Oh, yes, we do, and my phone was just stolen. We are very stuck." "That is terrible," Ben said. "What bad luck. My name is Ben. I was just driving to a meeting, but it can wait. You look very upset. Can I please give you a ride?" Sarah looked at Alex. "What do you think?" she whispered. Alex looked at Ben. He gave a tiny, secret nod that only Ben could see. "He looks like a very nice man, ma'am," Alex said to Sarah. "I think it is safe." "Oh, thank you," Sarah said to Ben, feeling a wave of relief. "Thank you so much, Ben. I have a very important meeting I have already missed. Could you please just take me to my office?" "Of course," Ben said, opening the back door of his nice car. "Hop in. And what about you, sir?" he asked Alex. "I am the driver," Alex said, playing his part. "I must stay with the car. I will call a tow truck." "Nonsense," Ben said warmly. "You can't stay here alone. You come with us. We will call a tow truck from my car, where the signal is better." "Oh, Alex, please come," Sarah said. "I don't want to leave you here." "Okay, ma'am," Alex said. They both got into Ben's nice, comfortable car. Alex sat in the front, Sarah sat in the back. As soon as they were driving, Ben's car phone worked perfectly. Alex called a tow truck and told them where to pick up the broken car. Sarah sat in the back, taking deep breaths. She had been so scared. And then this kind man, Ben, had just stopped to help. I don't know how to thank you, Ben," she said. "No thanks needed," Ben said, smiling at her in the mirror. "We all have to help each other out. Right, Alex?" "Yes, sir," Alex said. "You are very kind." Ben dropped Sarah off at her office. "I'm so sorry I'm late," she told her customer, who was waiting. "It is okay," the customer said. "Your secret admirer called. He told us you were having a very bad day and that we should be very nice to you." Sarah's mouth dropped open. My secret admirer called you? But how did he even know?" Ben and Alex, who were still there, just shrugged, pretending to be very confused. That evening, Sarah came home. She looked very, very tired. Her car was at the mechanic's shop. Her phone was gone. Alex opened the gate for her as she walked in. "What a day, Alex," she sighed. I can't believe it." "I'm so sorry, Sarah," Alex said. He had stopped calling her ma'am all the time. It felt better to just call her Sarah. "It's not your fault, Alex," she said, giving him a small, tired smile. "You were wonderful. You kept me safe." Just as she said that, a taxi pulled up. An older man with grey hair and a grumpy face got out. He was carrying a big suitcase. "Daddy!" Sarah's face lit up. She ran and gave the man a huge hug. "Hello, sweetheart," the man said. His voice was deep and grumpy, but his eyes were happy to see her. This was Sarah's father, Mark. "What are you doing here?" Sarah asked. "Can't a father visit his only daughter?" Mark said. "And who is this?" He looked at Alex. He looked at Alex's simple blue uniform. He looked at Alex's shoes. He did not look happy. "Daddy, this is Alex," Sarah said, smiling. "He is my driver, and he is helping with the gate, too. He is the one I told you about, the one who is so kind and helpful." Mark said. He stared at Alex. "Driver and gateman, you say? That is very busy." "It's nice to meet you, sir," Alex said, holding out his hand. Mark just looked at Alex's hand and did not shake it. "Carry my bag inside, young man," he said. "That is what you are here for, isn't it?" Sarah's face turned red. "Daddy, don't be rude." "It's okay, Sarah," Alex said quietly. He picked up the heavy bag. "Of course, sir. Welcome." Mark watched Alex walk to the house. He leaned in and whispered to Sarah, He is just a driver, Sarah. Don't you be too friendly with him. You understand me? Sarah felt her heart sink.
Daddy, please, she said. Let's just go inside. But Alex had heard him, and it felt just a little like a sting. Sarah's dad, Mark, stayed in the guest room, and he did not like Alex at all. Every time Mark saw Alex, he would frown. When Alex was in the garden pulling weeds, Mark would say, "He missed a spot. He is not a very good gardener." When Alex opened the gate, Mark would say, "He is too slow. He is a bad gateman." Mia, the housemaid, did not like this. She still had a big, silly crush on Alex. "That old man is so grumpy," she whispered to Alex, giving him a hot cup of tea.
Don't listen to him. I think you are the best driver and gateman in the whole world, and the most handsome. Alex just smiled. Thank you, Mia. Your tea is very nice. But Mark's words started to make Sarah upset. One evening, Alex was driving Sarah and Mark to the grocery store in a small rental car since Sarah's was still broken. Mark sat in the back seat complaining. "You're driving too close to that car," he said. "You turn too fast," he said. "You are a very jumpy driver," he said. "Daddy, please stop," Sarah finally said, turning around. "Alex is a wonderful driver. He is kind and he is helping me. Why are you being so mean to him?" Mark's face got dark. "I am not being mean, Sarah. I am being careful. I am your father. I see things you do not see." "What things, Daddy?" "I see the way he looks at you," Mark whispered, even though Alex could hear every word. "He looks at you like he likes you. He is a driver, Sarah, a poor boy. He is trying to get your money. He is a gold digger. You must fire him." "Stop it!" Sarah shouted. She was so angry her hands were shaking. "That is not true. Alex is a good person. He is the kindest person I know, and I will not fire him." She was breathing hard. Alex stayed very, very quiet. He just kept driving. When they got home, Sarah ran inside. Alex helped Mark with the groceries. "Listen to me, boy," Mark said in a low, angry voice. "I am watching you. You stay away from my daughter. You are nothing but trouble." Alex looked at the old, grumpy man. He was not angry. He just felt sad. "I would never ever hurt Sarah, sir," Alex said quietly. "I only wanted to be safe and happy." "I don't believe you," Mark snapped. He took the last bag and went inside, slamming the door. The next day, Mark was sitting at the kitchen table, opening his mail. Sarah and Alex could hear him from the living room. First, there was quiet. Then, they heard a low, sad sound. "Oh no, 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 no." Sarah ran into the kitchen. "Daddy, what is it? What's wrong?" Mark was holding a letter. His face was white, like a ghost. His hands were shaking. "My pension," he whispered. My money. What about it, Daddy?" "They stopped it," he said, his voice cracking. "The letter says there was a mistake, an error. They say I was overpaid. They're stopping all my money for a whole year to pay back the mistake." "What?" Sarah cried. "That can't be right. You worked at that company for 40 years. That money is yours. It's what you live on." "I know," Mark whispered. He put his head in his hands. "They made a mistake, but how do I fix it? It's just me. I am just one old man. They are a big, giant company. I have no more money, Sarah. I cannot even pay for my own house now." He looked up at her, and his eyes were full of tears. The grumpy old man was gone. Now he just looked like a small, scared old man. I am so sorry, sweetheart," he cried. "I came here to help you, and now I am the one who is broken. I have nothing." Sarah ran to him and gave him a big hug. She was crying too. "No, Daddy, no," she said. "We will fix this. I will sell my car. I will get a second job. We will be okay." But her voice was shaking. She had no money. She had just lost her phone. Her car was broken. And now her father had lost everything too. It felt like the whole world was falling down on them. Alex stood in the doorway watching them hold each other and cry. His heart felt like it was being squeezed. He felt a hot, angry fire in his chest. This was not fair. These were good people, and these mistakes were ruining their lives. He would not let it happen. Alex went back to his little gatehouse. He was so angry his hands were shaking. He pulled out his real phone, the secret, fancy one. He did not call Ben this time. He called a different number. "Hello? a man's voice answered. It was a very important sounding voice. Uncle, Alex said, and his voice was cold and hard. It was not the voice of Alex the driver. It was the voice of Alex the millionaire. It's me. I need your help. Alex, my boy. What is it? You never call me. Alex's uncle was a very, very important man. He was in charge of many things. He was the head of the whole pension department for the entire country. Uncle, Alex said, I know about a man named Mark. He worked for 40 years at his company. Today he got a letter saying his pension is stopped because of a mistake. This is wrong. It is ruining his life. I need you to fix it. Now, his uncle was quiet for a moment. Alex, that is a big thing to ask. I cannot just... This man is a good man, Alex cut in. He is Sarah's father, and someone is trying to cheat him. I want you to find out who, and I want you to fix it. Today. His uncle sighed. He knew that when Alex used this voice, he was not playing. Okay, Alex, I will look into it for you. What is his full name? Alex told him. All right, his uncle said. I will make some calls. I will find the mistake. It will be fixed by tomorrow. I promise. Thank you, Uncle, Alex said. You are a good man too. He hung up. He took a deep breath. The anger was gone. Now he just felt calm. That part was fixed. But there was still another problem. Money. Sarah was crying about selling her car. She was talking about getting a second job. She was so worried. She had a broken car, a stolen phone, and now her father to take care of. Alex could not fix her heart, but he could fix this. He called his friend Ben. Ben, Alex whispered. It's me again. Oh no, Ben moaned. What is it now, Alex? A broken house? A fire? Worse, Alex said. They are all broke. They have no money. Sarah is crying about selling her car. Her dad's pension was stolen. It's a mess, Ben. You already fixed the pension, I bet, Ben said. I did, Alex said. But they need money. Now I want you to do something for me. I want you to go to the bank. I want you to put money in Sarah's bank account. How much money, Alex? A lot, Alex said. Enough so she does not have to worry. Enough to fix her car and buy a new phone, and just enough. Okay, Alex, Ben said. And, let me guess, should I send it from a secret admirer? Alex smiled. You know me so well, Ben. The next day, Sarah and her father were in the kitchen. They were trying to make a plan. I can sell my watch, Mark said sadly. It is a good watch. No, Daddy, Sarah said. I will call the bank. Maybe I can get a loan. She looked at her new computer to check her bank account. She needed to know how much money she did not have. She typed in her password. The page opened. Sarah stared at the screen. She blinked. She rubbed her eyes. She blinked again. What is it, sweetheart? Mark asked. Is it bad? I don't understand, Sarah whispered. She turned the computer so her dad could see. Mark put on his glasses. He looked at the number on the screen. His mouth fell open. There was a lot of money in Sarah's bank account. A wonderful, beautiful, impossible amount of money. Sarah, Mark shouted. Where did this come from? Did you rob a bank? No, Sarah said. Look. She pointed to the last line. It was a new deposit. It said, from your secret admirer. My secret admirer. Again, Sarah said. She felt dizzy. She sat down. The computer, the car, the meeting. And now, this? Who is this person? Just then, the phone rang. It was the house phone. Sarah picked it up. Hello? Is this Mr. Mark? A man's voice asked. This is his daughter, Sarah said. This is a call from the National Pension Office, the man said. We are calling to say we are so sorry. There was a terrible, terrible mistake on our end. A new employee, well, he has been fired. Mr. Mark's pension is safe. All of his money is being put back in his account right now, with a little extra for all the trouble. We are so sorry, ma'am. Sarah was holding the phone. Her hand was shaking. Did you hear that, Daddy? She whispered. Mark was already crying again. But this time they were happy tears. He was hugging himself. They fixed it. They fixed it. Sarah hung up the phone. She looked at the computer screen. She looked at her happy, crying dad. In one morning, all their problems were just gone. It was a miracle. This secret admirer, Sarah said softly, he didn't just send me money, he fixed Daddy's pension. He must be a very powerful man, but why me? That evening the house was full of joy. Mia cooked a big dinner. Mark told funny stories. Sarah was smiling a real happy smile. Later, Sarah went outside to the gatehouse. Alex was there, reading his book. "Alex?" she said. He looked up. "Hello, Sarah. You look happy." "I am," she said. She was holding a small white envelope. "Alex, I have your pay. For the month. I know I am late. I am so sorry." "Oh," Alex said. He had forgotten all about his pay. "But Alex," she said, her voice soft. "I also wanted to say, I know I have been a terrible boss. Crying all the time, my car breaking, and I have not had any money. I am so sorry for all the trouble." "You are not a terrible boss, Sarah," Alex said, closing his book. "You are a very good boss. You are just having a bad time." "Well," she said, "I want to give you this. It is your pay, and I put a little extra in, for being so wonderful, for keeping me safe, for being my friend." She held out the envelope. Alex looked at it. Then he looked at her. He gently pushed the envelope back toward her. "I cannot take it, Sarah," he said. "What?" she said, shocked. "Why not? It is your money. You worked for it." "I know," Alex said. "But you have had so many problems. Your car needs to be fixed. You need a new phone. Please, you keep it. I do not need it right now. I have my room. I have food from Mia. I am okay. Please, you use this money to help your family. Pay me next month, or the month after, when things are better." Sarah stared at him. Her heart was beating very fast. This man, Alex, her driver, he had no money. This small envelope was probably all he had in the world, and he was giving it back to her. "Alex," she whispered, I can't ask you to do that. It is not right." "It is very right," Alex said, and his eyes were so kind. "We are a team, aren't we? We help each other." A tear rolled down Sarah's cheek. It was not a sad tear. It was a different kind of tear. Her secret admirer had given her a lot of money. It was amazing. But this man, Alex, was giving her the only money he had. In that moment, Sarah knew. The secret admirer was exciting. But Alex was the best, kindest, most wonderful man she had ever met. "Thank you, Alex," she whispered. She did not know what else to say. She went back inside the house, but her heart stayed outside, in the little gatehouse, with the kind driver. A few days later, Alex was at the gate. He was humming. He was happy. Sarah was happy. Her dad was happy. Everything was good. Then, a fancy bright red sports car pulled up. It stopped right in front of the gate. Vroom, vroom. Alex did not know this car. He walked up to it. "Hello?" he said. "Can I help you?" The window rolled down. And Alex's heart stopped. It was Chloe, his ex-girlfriend, the one who had broken his heart. She was wearing big dark sunglasses and bright red lipstick. "Well, well," Chloe said, and her voice was like ice. "Look at you, Alex, playing dress-up in a silly little uniform. This is sad." "Chloe," Alex said. His voice was cold. "What are you doing here? How did you find me?" "Oh, please," she laughed. "Your friend Ben is a terrible liar. I told him I was worried about you, and he told me everything. So, this is your new life? A little house, a little gateman's room? You left me for this." "I did not leave you for this, Chloe," Alex said. "I left you because you are selfish, and you only love money." "And what is this?" Chloe snapped. "A test? To find a true heart? You are a fool, Alex. Look at you. You are a millionaire. Stop playing these stupid games and come home." "This is not a game," Alex said, "and this is my life right now. You need to leave. You are not welcome here." "I am not leaving," she said, her voice getting high and loud. "I am not letting you throw away all your money on this poor little life. I am your girlfriend." "You are not my girlfriend," Alex said. "I am," she shrieked.
What is going on here? Alex turned. Sarah was standing on the porch. She had heard the shouting. She was looking at the fancy red car, and at the beautiful angry woman, and at Alex. She looked very, very confused. "Sarah," Alex said, his heart pounding, "please go back inside. This is just an old friend. She is lost." "A friend?" Chloe laughed, a high, mean laugh. She took off her sunglasses and looked at Sarah. She looked at Sarah's simple dress. "Oh, I see," Chloe said, her voice dripping with poison. "So this is it. This is the true heart you found? This plain little mouse? You left me for her." Sarah's face went white. She looked at Alex. "Alex? What is she talking about? Who is this?" "I am his girlfriend," Chloe snapped. "His very rich girlfriend. And he is very rich too, aren't you, Alex? Tell her about your big house and your planes and your money." Sarah looked at Alex. He was just standing there. He looked pale. "Alex," Sarah whispered. "Rich? What is she saying?" "She is crazy, Sarah," Alex said, finding his voice. "She is my ex-girlfriend. She is lying. She is just angry because I broke up with her." "Liar!" Chloe screamed. She got out of her red car. She was very beautiful and very, very angry. "He is lying to you. He is a millionaire, you little fool. He is playing a game with you." "That is enough, Chloe," Alex shouted. His voice was hard and loud like a king. "I told you to leave. Get in your car and go now." Chloe looked at him. She was shocked. She had never heard him use that voice before. Sarah was shocked too. This was not her gentle, quiet driver. This was someone different, someone powerful. Chloe's face twisted with anger. "Fine," she hissed. "Have your stupid poor girlfriend. You will come crawling back to me when you are bored of her. You always do." She got in her car, slammed the door, and drove away, her tires squealing on the road. There was a long, terrible silence. Alex turned to look at Sarah. She was standing on the porch, her arms wrapped around herself. She looked small and scared. "Sarah," Alex started. "Who was that, Alex?" she asked. Her voice was a tiny whisper. "She is an ex-girlfriend. She is not a nice person. She was lying to you." "Was she?" Sarah asked. She looked right into his eyes. "Was she lying? About all of it? About the money?" Alex looked at her. He saw her scared, confused face, and he could not do it. He could not tell her the truth. Not like this. So he did the only thing he could. He lied. "Yes," he said. "She was lying. I am not rich. I am just me. I am just Alex. Your driver." Sarah looked at him for a long, long time. She wanted to believe him. She really did. But in her heart, a small, cold seed of doubt had been planted. "Okay, Alex," she said quietly. "Okay." She turned and went inside. Alex watched her go, and his heart felt heavier than it ever had before. His test. It was all falling apart. That night, Sarah could not sleep. She kept thinking about what Chloe had said. "He is a millionaire." Was it true? Alex said no. But it made a strange kind of sense. The secret admirer, the brand new expensive computer, the magic kind stranger, Ben, who showed up just in time, the secret admirer calling her boss, the huge amount of money in her bank account, the way her dad's giant pension problem was fixed in one day. Drivers could not do those things, but millionaires could. "Is Alex my secret admirer?" she whispered into the dark. Her heart beat fast. If he was, that meant he had been lying to her. Every day. He was not a poor man. He was a rich man pretending to be a poor man. He was playing a game, just like Chloe said. Sarah felt a wave of sadness. She felt like a fool. He was probably laughing at her. But then, she thought about Alex. She thought about him calming her down when her computer broke. She thought about his face when her phone was stolen, how he looked so angry for her. She thought about how he kept her safe. And she thought about the envelope with his pay. He had given it back. He had told her to keep it, to help her family. A rich man pretending to be poor might give away a big, fancy computer. That was easy for him. But would a rich man, a millionaire, think to give back a driver's small, cheap salary? Would he even understand how much that small envelope meant? No,
Sarah whispered. He felt it. She thought about his eyes. They were not laughing at her. They were kind. They were worried about her. They were good. He was her secret admirer. He was a rich man, and he had been lying to her. But he was also Alex, the man who drove her car, the man who also watched her gate, the man who told her it will be okay, the man who had a kind, good heart. He was both. She was confused, but she was not angry anymore. She just wanted to know the truth. The next day was Sarah's birthday. She woke up feeling very strange. She did not tell her dad about Chloe. She did not tell him about her new confusing feelings about Alex. She just got dressed. "Happy birthday, sweetheart," her dad, Mark, said, giving her a big hug. "Happy birthday, boss," Mia sang, giving her a flower she had picked from the garden. Alex was at the gate. "Happy birthday, Sarah," he said softly. "Thank you, Alex," she said. She looked at him, trying to see the millionaire, but all she saw was Alex. "A big box just came for you, boss," Mia called out. "Another one." It was a very big box. Inside was a beautiful new dress. It was the most beautiful dress Sarah had ever seen.
And there was a small card. "Please wear this tonight. A car will pick you up at 7 p.m. Your secret admirer." "Ooh," Mia squealed. "You are going on a date with him, with the secret rich man. I am so jealous." Mark looked very happy. "This is it, Sarah. This is your chance. This man is rich and he likes you. You must go. You must look beautiful." Sarah looked at the dress. Her heart was beating fast. She was going to meet him. The man who sent the computer, the man who sent the money, the man who might be Alex. She looked at Alex. He was standing by the door watching her. He did not look happy. He looked sad. "Are you going to go, Sarah?" he asked. His voice was very quiet. I think I have to," she said. "He is right, Sarah," Alex said, and his voice was so sad it broke her heart. "He is a rich man. He can give you everything. You should go." Alex turned and walked back to his gatehouse, his shoulders slumped. Sarah watched him go, and her heart hurt. She did not want a rich secret admirer. She wanted Alex. That night, Sarah put on the new dress. It fit perfectly. She looked in the mirror. She looked beautiful. But her heart was sad. "You look like a princess," her dad said, his eyes shining. At 7 p.m., a very, very fancy black car pulled up. It was not a taxi. It was a limousine. Alex, in his simple blue uniform, opened the gate for it. Then he opened the car door for Sarah. Have a good time, Sarah," he said. He could not look at her. "Alex," she started to say. But her dad was right there. Go," he said, pushing her gently. "Don't keep the rich man waiting." Sarah got in the car. Alex closed the door. The car drove away. Sarah watched Alex in the mirror until he was just a tiny, small dot. She felt like she was going to cry. The car drove for a long time, to the fanciest, most expensive restaurant in the whole city. A man in a suit opened her door. "Right this way, miss," he said. The restaurant was beautiful. It was on a roof, under the stars. There was music playing, and there was only one table. A single table with candles and flowers. A man was standing by the table, looking out at the city. His back was to her. He was not wearing a driver's uniform. He was wearing a perfectly tailored, very expensive black suit. Sarah's heart stopped. She knew that suit. She had seen it in the closet in his little gatehouse room, hidden in the back. The man turned around. It was Alex. Alex looked at her. He was not Alex the driver. He was not Alex the gateman. He was just Alex, but he looked like a prince. "Hello, Sarah," he said. His voice was nervous. "Alex?" she whispered. She walked toward him. It was you. It was you all along." "Yes," Alex said. He looked so sad. "It was me. The computer. The money. Your dad's pension. It was all me. You lied to me," she said. Her voice was shaking. "Yes," he said. "I did. And I am so sorry, Sarah."
Why? She asked, and a tear rolled down her cheek. Why would you do this? Why would you pretend to be a driver? Alex told her everything. He told her about Chloe. He told her about his big, empty, lonely life. He told her about how he was so scared that no one would ever love him, just his money. I wanted to find someone who was real, he said, his own eyes full of tears. I wanted to find a kind, true heart, and I found you. You were so kind to me. You called me a good man when you thought I had nothing. He took a step closer. But I messed it all up. I lied, and Chloe came, and you deserved the truth. Sarah looked at him. She saw the rich man in the fancy suit, but she also saw the kind man who gave back his small salary, the man who held her door, the man who said, "I will keep you safe." So, she said, that day with the broken car, that was a plan. Alex smiled a little. That was my friend Ben, and yes, it was a plan. And the secret admirer calling my boss. Ben again, Alex said. Sarah looked at him. She was not sad anymore. She was not confused. She started to laugh. You are crazy, Alex, she said, wiping her tears. You are the craziest, silliest, most wonderful man I have ever met. Does that mean you are not angry? He asked, his heart full of hope. Oh, I am angry, she said. You lied to me. We are going to talk about that, a lot. She poked him in his fancy suit. But, she said, her voice soft again, you also did all of those things, just to see if I was kind. You did all of those things. Because you are kind. She stepped closer and put her hand on his chest. She could feel his heart beating fast and strong. I don't care about this suit, Alex, she whispered, and I don't care about your money. I loved you when you were in the blue uniform, and I love you now. Alex's whole face lit up. It was like the sun coming out. You love me? I love you, you silly driver, she said, and he kissed her. It was a perfect, happy, under-the-stars kiss. I love you too, Sarah, he said. I love you so much. The next day, Alex and Sarah drove to her house. Alex was wearing his fancy suit. Sarah was wearing her beautiful dress from the night before. They walked in, holding hands. Mark was in the living room, reading the newspaper. Sarah, sweetheart, you are home, he said. How was it? Did you meet him, the secret admirer? Is he wonderful? Is he rich? Yes, Daddy, Sarah said, smiling. I did. He is wonderful. Well, where is he? Mark asked, looking around. And who is this? He was looking at Alex. He was confused. Daddy, Sarah said, trying to not laugh. You know him. This is Alex. Mark stared. Alex, your driver. What is he doing in that suit? Is that a costume? Are you two holding hands? Sarah, what is this? I told you to stay away from him. Daddy, please just listen, Sarah said. She stepped aside. Mr. Mark, Alex said, stepping forward. His voice was calm and kind. My name is Alex, it is true. I have been your daughter's driver, and I have also been helping with the gate, but I have not been telling the truth. Mark looked confused. What truth? The truth is, Alex said, I am the man who has been sending Sarah the gifts. I am the secret admirer. Mark's mouth fell open. He looked at Alex. He looked at Sarah. He looked back at Alex. You are the secret admirer, Mark said. You are the one who sent the computer, and the money, and you are the one who fixed my pension? My uncle helped with that, sir, Alex said. But yes, it was me. Mark sat down. He looked at Alex's fancy suit. He looked at his shiny, expensive shoes. He looked at the confident, kind man holding his daughter's hand. So, you are... Yes, sir, Alex said. I am very rich. Mark was quiet for a full minute. Sarah and Alex held their breath. Then Mark's face broke into the biggest, happiest smile Sarah had ever seen. Ha! He shouted, slapping his knee. I knew it! What? Sarah and Alex said at the same time. I knew you were not just a driver. Mark said, pointing at Alex. No driver is that calm. No driver is that smart. No driver has those eyes. I told you, Sarah. He was special. I told you. Sarah and Alex just stared at him. You liked me? Alex asked. Of course I liked you, Mark said, getting up. I was just testing you to see if you were tough. And you are. You are a good man, Alex. You took care of my daughter. He walked over and pulled Alex into a giant, happy hug. Welcome to the family, son. Alex, who was very surprised, hugged him back. And you, Mark said, turning to Sarah, are the smartest girl in the world. You found a man who is kind and good-looking and a millionaire. I am so proud of you. Sarah just laughed and laughed. Mia came running out of the kitchen. What is all the... She stopped. She looked at Alex in his suit. She looked at him, hugging Sarah. She looked at her happy boss. He is the rich one, Mia cried, and he is with her. Oh, my heart is broken. She pretended to faint onto the sofa, but she was giggling too. Alex and Sarah looked at each other in their happy, crazy, wonderful house. Their test was over, and they had both passed. They had found in a very strange way a true heart, and they lived happily ever after.